Standard, present. Yay, it's working. Oh my god. Okay, finally. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joyce. I make videos about trichotillomania, body-focused repetitive behaviors, other known as BFRBs, and mental health awareness as a whole. So welcome to my page. You might know me over on Instagram by the handle Pull Yourself Together. And I'm really excited to be doing this Q&A to kind of introduce myself to the YouTube community. Hi, thanks for having me. Hopefully this will help you get to know me a little bit better and my mission and why I'm here and why I make content in the first place. So let's do that. So who am I? My name is Joyce. Hi. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm 23 years old and I have trichotillomania. That's it. That's why I'm here. I graduated from University of Toronto a couple of years ago, and I studied communication. So I'm really interested in like social media, sociology, and we live in a society. I'm really into that kind of stuff. I love hiking and being outdoors, and I'm really excited to be kind of extending my mental health advocacy onto another platform. I've been on Instagram for about a year where I'm open about my mental health and just kind of talking candidly about trichotillomania and compulsive hair pulling. So I'm really excited to see what we can do on YouTube. So trichotillomania, for those who don't know, it's a compulsive urge where one wants to pull their own hair out. So that could be head hair, eyelashes, eyebrows, body hair. It's basically just a compulsive urge that most people don't have control over. That's kind of part of the classification. I'm by no means like a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I do research a lot about mental illness, mental disorders, OCD, and not that trichotillomania is OCD, it's not the same thing, but there is a lot of overlap. So a lot of what I talk about on my channel is going to be based on my personal experience, but it does help to have a little bit of research background, and at least this is based on the research that's available now. Not that there is a lot of research based in trichotillomania, but I try to do what I can to kind of spread the information in a like positive, uplifting way if possible. So trichotillomania, compulsive hair pulling, cannot be stopped. And why can't you just stop? So, like I said, trichotillomania is a compulsive hair pull, is a compulsive urge to pull one's hair. So if you kind of break that down, the compulsion part of it is kind of the uncontrollable aspect. So I like to describe it as like if you have an itch on your body, you just scratch it to relieve yourself. In a way, trichotillomania acts as like a self-soother or a like physical outlet for relief. Trichotillomania doesn't just happen under stress or anxiety. That's kind of what I used to think, and I think that's a pretty common misconception. It's totally normal. But the reason you can't stop is because there's like a neurotransmitter in your brain that's reinforcing this connection, that this feeling I have, whether it's anxiousness, stress, boredom, this like feeling is connected to the reaction of pulling out one's hair. So if you've been doing this for many years, just imagine this neurotransmission being reinforced constantly, and that's what makes it so difficult to stop. That's why a lot of like pull-free challenges and a lot of pull-free like groups and stuff like that, it is very hard and very disappointing when you can't stop. So that's kind of that on that. I've had trichotillomania for about 15 years, give or take. I think I started pulling my hair when I was around 8 or 9 years old. I don't have like the clearest memory of it, but I've had it for a long time, and I've hid it for the majority of that time. I only started being outspoken about my mental illness in 2019. It's March 2020 now, so it's been a long but pretty fulfilling journey. I think trichotillomania has taught me a lot, and that's something that I'm like happy about. So yeah, 15 years of trick, and I still have it. I still experience it every single day. I pull my hair every single day. Don't think that I'm like here to give you some miracle cure. I'm just here to share my experience and help people kind of accept themselves a little bit more, like if possible. Because I think for myself, a lot of like my life with trichotillomania was like hiding it, shame, guilt, disappointment. Um, if what I talk about can help someone feel less of that, I'll be very happy. How did I get so open talking about my trichotillomania? So I kind of like came out, not to diminish the experience of like the LGBTQ plus community, but that's kind of the easiest way I can describe it. But I made a public Instagram account about my trichotillomania, and that's been my only Instagram account for the past year. And I basically made the decision that if I was going to tell some people, I wanted to tell all the people, and that if I'm not able to share it with like, a couple people, I wouldn't be able to share it at all. So I went ahead, made the deep dive, made the Instagram account, because I knew that hiding like my trichotillomania and my experience, like hiding it, wasn't helping me. So I figured I'd do a whole 180 and just tell everybody about it, and it worked out pretty well because nobody seems to really care. Another question I get a lot is this my real hair? I know, Joyce, you can't have trichotillomania. Your hair is so nice. Well, that's because I'm wearing a wig. I know, it's not scandalous at all. I'm literally talking about my wig like all the time. If people ask me in real life, like if they compliment my hair, I'll be like, oh my god, thank you. This wig costs like real money. So this is not a real wig. Sometimes I have long silver hair, sometimes I have long black hair, and most of the time I'm chilling in my room with my bio hair. So I refer to my biological hair as my bio hair. So that's the hair that I've grown myself, organically grown, free range. Not as long or as thick or as even as I'd love it to be, considering I do pull my hair every day. But I'm glad I have wigs. I have a couple wigs, synthetic and human hair. This one is human hair. My other ones are synthetic. Yeah, so I just have like different hair options for whatever I'm feeling. And today I was feeling a little hair. Another big reason I like to wear wigs is that it has been the best way to protect me from pulling my hair. So I'm kind of protecting my hair from myself, and that works really well. If you're ever curious about like what I look like with my bio hair, just check out my Instagram. I post my bio hair all the time. It's not a secret by any means. I'm very happy with my bio hair. I just like the options that I get. So you'll see videos of me in this, in my bio hair, maybe in my silver hair. I don't know. But yeah, I hope that answers that question. Just so you know, they're all me, just my different hairs. And I think if you are looking at trichotillomania resources online, the main question is, how do I get better? How do I stop pulling? What should I do? And this is a pretty loaded question. I think there is no secret formula, there is no magic pill, and anyone that is telling you there is wrong and doesn't understand what trichotillomania is. Because I think like the depth and the complexity of trichotillomania is so intense with every single case. That's the thing, it's different for every person. Everyone's brain is wired differently, and everyone's like pulling kind of starts differently. There's no like one magic thing that you can do, and I'm not even saying like I have the cure, because I don't. I still pull my hair every day. But that kind of leads me to the point of, well, if I don't have as much control in my hair, which I sometimes don't, which is normal to feel, what I do have control of is how I feel after I pull. So this is going to be like a really super abridged version. I would love to do more videos on my channel about this exact question because this is the question I think that would help the most people. But until those videos happen, I want to get better. What should I do? I think journaling is really, really helpful. Trichotillomania is a lot more than just like the physical aspect of it. It's not just grow your hair serum, hair mask, like hair extensions, wig isn't gonna fix trichotillomania necessarily. But I think journaling is a really good way to monitor how you're feeling, monitor what emotion cycles you go through, and trying to kind of catch a pattern. Not that it's like gonna stop necessarily. I'm a fairly self-aware person and I still pull my hair all the time. I'm like, I know I'm stressed, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. But I think it does help manage it. What else should I do? I think doing research is really helpful. The more that I like understood what trichotillomania was like objectively, the more it helped me get past like, well, it's just like my hair just needs to grow faster. Like it got me kind of past that and kind of more into like, oh, well, I need to take better care of like my mental health. I need to like exercise more. I need to like track my good habits and like the patterns of which like I do pull more or I don't pull as much. And the third thing would definitely just be practicing self-love. Don't close the video. I promise. I promise this isn't like cheesy. Because trichotillomania has this crazy fun sensation of making you like hate yourself. And that's something not so easily overcome. But I think like the more you learn about the brain, the more you learn about yourself, the more that you'll be able to just kind of come to terms with, hey, this is, this is a disorder that I live with, but that's not all there is to me. I really am passionate about talking about trichotillomania and mental health because it helps me, and I think it'll help people that were in the same like headspace that I was in. But I'm also happy to report that besides my trichotillomania, I love talking about other things and I love thinking about other things. Like I'm in a place where my mind isn't like fully consumed by what my hair looks like anymore. I can talk about like anime and whatever trashy show on Netflix and like food and travel and literally anything I want because I'm kind of come to terms a little better with my trichotillomania. So I hope that kind of gives you a starting point. If you are interested in learning more, I'm going to be posting more on this channel, both resource videos and hosting live streams where we can like just hang out and talk about Trick like candidly and openly and just talk about like our regular experiences with it. So feel free to subscribe so you can, get updated whenever I put up new videos. And if you see a live stream, feel free to set a reminder for whatever the next upcoming live stream is. I'd really love to see you there. I'd really love to meet you. And of course, please come say hi to me on Instagram. I'm active on there like every day. So it's just at Pull Yourself Together. You can find me there, send me a DM, reply to my stories. It's usually something like kind of weird, but that's how it be. And yeah, I'd really love to get to know you guys more. Please leave a comment on this video if you enjoyed it, and if you have any other like trichotillomania related questions or topics you'd like me to cover in a future video, let me know. Let me know. That's what the comments are for. I'm so excited to be here on YouTube with you guys. Thanks for having me. I don't know. I feel like I'm like kind of intruding into someone's house, but thank you so much for having me. And I can't wait to get to know you all more in my next video. So have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.